Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Monday, everyone. Hopefully, everyone's having a good day. Happy Memorial Day to my US viewers. Holiday weekend in the US. Made for a quiet day for my day job. I got a lot of work done. It was kind of nice. Let me know how the audio and the video are working out tonight, guys. Hopefully, we don't have any surprises, but I think we're in good shape. We will find out momentarily. I'll get some things queued up in the meantime. Let me see who we got. We got a pile of people in chat already. Let's have a look. We got Stephen Kibberton is here. Jim Connor, Mike is here. Glitch is here. The Scotty R6 is here. Brandon is here. Nick is here. And Joseph is here. Awesome. Good stuff. Hopefully, we're in good shape. Glitch says all good. Thanks, Glitch. Just going to get some things set up here. Make sure we don't have any ghost windows trying to double broadcast. I think we're in good shape. And Nick, we're definitely streaming. I think we're in good shape. So, some changes on the YouTube front this week, guys. I'll be honest up front. I apologize to those viewers out there who have commented on my videos lately and asked questions and didn't get a response. Something changed yet again in the YouTube servers. So, I'm getting the G Plus notifications, I think, for the most part. But in my channel menu under community, where we go as content creators to respond to all the messages and comments, yeah, it's displaying stuff from 2 months ago, static, nothing new coming in there. Really sad that they broke that, because that is one of the most important tools for us like YouTube videos. That's our dashboard. Can't keep up with all the comments as they come in one by one through G Plus notifications. It's impossible. And when you have as many videos as I do or some of the other people, we can't go back through and check and see whether one's been updated. So a little sad this week that YouTube broke that. YouTube, fix that, please. It'd be awesome. But yeah, so far so good on the streaming front. I haven't seen any differences in the servers or anything like that. I think we're in good shape. Zach Atkinson is here. And I think we're in good shape. Good stuff. Alright, guys, let's go ahead and get set up. Let me see. Where are we at? We can throw we got the chat. Let's try that. And we got a barking dog. Well, that's awesome. I love my neighbor's barking dog. It just makes me so happy. And let's get this queued up. Actually, before we queue that up, let's get things correct here. Maybe. Just maybe. Always bound to be some glitches. I had to do a reboot right before the cast, and actually I didn't have to do a reboot. I misinterpreted. I have a VPN, and it was active, and when I killed it, the YouTube servers would no longer talk to me. There might be some kind of a safeguard of sorts in there. When I changed IP address, YouTube just blocked me. I couldn't view videos, I couldn't stream, couldn't do anything. So that lasted like 15 minutes right before the broadcast. So a quick reboot, and I don't think that's what actually fixed it, because when I booted up in Chrome again, it was still dead. And then it just started working. So I'm going to try that a little later and maybe try some things and experiment with some things. YouTube really has a long way to go on the live broadcast, guys, but hey, it's so convenient. It's very nice to have it linked to the channel, and I'm reluctant to go anywhere else, and I firmly believe someday they're going to get this stuff sorted out. But yeah, well, what are you going to do? Glitch said, I sense a bit of passive aggressiveness. Although that dog is a bit annoying. That dog is more than annoying, and yeah, they're gonna hear about it. I'm Canadian, but my patience only extends so far. Just yeah. All right, guys, let's see what we got here. All right, we're good. As usual, guys, viewer questions throughout the live broadcast. We're gonna cover some tech news tonight. We're gonna cover the viewer challenge, some stuff on 3D printing, a whole bunch of stuff from the community of makers, hackers, inventors, engineers, you name it. Some stuff from the shop this week, guys, upcoming sneak peeks, tech tip of the week, And if we have some time, we'll try and get to the viewer Skype calls. I kind of don't think we're going to make it to those tonight, guys, but we'll just see how that goes. The imp printer is hooked up right down below. Someone did send a message, and for some reason it didn't line feed again. Something is wrong with my code or this printer. I only got the top edge of the letters. So whoever just sent a message to the imp, go ahead and resend it. Guys, the link to the imp printer is down below. You can send messages directly to this thermal printer on my desk. Please don't spam it, or I will have to unhook it. And that's just the way it always ends up. We haven't had a problem lately. Long time. It's been awesome, actually. Thurk is here. Hey, Thurk, good to see you. Harry is here. How do I lurk? Well, you don't lurk by commenting. Good to have you here, Harry. And good stuff, guys. We are caught up. Let's go. Let's get things started here. Some tech news. Ton of tech news this week, guys. Every week, there's no shortage of it. So this one I wanted to share with you guys because I'm a little excited about it. It's the chip board. Here's the Hackaday video. Guys, I'll remind you, all of these videos and content are linked below at my main makeme.org website. There's a whole post there where you can watch these at your leisure. The $9 chip computer. I'm really excited about this. Everybody's familiar with the Raspberry Pi. If you're not, it's a $35 to $40 computer, complete Linux-driven computer. These guys have taken it to the next level, or are taking it there. $9 is their target, and they have prototypes, and it apparently is for the most part working. Maybe some driver issues to work out yet, but it runs a complete version of Linux operating system. And the best part, guys, Wi-Fi on board. I can't believe Raspberry Pi hasn't gone there, but this excites me more than a Pi with Wi-Fi on board at like whatever they'd have to add for a price. $9 if they hit their target. That is pretty cool. Really powerful microcontroller. So this was the Hackaday one. Also, Twit Netcast Network. Guys, you might be familiar with this channel. Leo Port on this channel. This Week in Tech is what Twit stands for. Also did extensive coverage of this little tiny board. I'll go full screen on it so you can see it. Really, really impressive looking little board. I forget the video output. I can't remember all the specs on this thing. I think it's single USB and then a USB power, but with the Wi-Fi on board, this really exciting little device. I can't wait to see these come out and see where they end up. Fully funded on Kickstarter. They rocked it. They, of course, huge support for it. So kudos, guys. I hope they do well. If you didn't see it this week, the Atlas V rocket lifted off, and on board were a bunch of CubeSats, as always, which is totally cool. As well on board was the X-37B, the spy plane, so to speak, the U.S. Air Force space reentry test vehicle. I think the last time this thing went up, it was like 600 days-ish. You guys can correct me in the chat that this thing spent in orbit. So I guess we'll see it again in 2 years. It's kind of a creepy spacecraft because nobody seems to know what it's up to. But and it's basically the orbital trajectories are hard to come by. Nobody seems to want anyone tracking it, but there are ways. So maybe we'll have some posts in the G+ community of tracking this thing. Pretty cool to see it back in the air. As well, the space station supply ship returned to Earth this week. No worries, no issues. Pretty cool to see the supplies get back up there without an issue, or at least this resupply mission. So kudos to NASA for getting the boys up there what they need. This week was kind of a big one for this. It's Canadian too, which is cool. Farthest journey by hoverboard. Guys, we will have our hoverboard. Back to the Future, finally. It took long enough. So this thing, I can't find too many details on it, but basically it looks like probably some large Outrunner brushless motors on it. That's my guess and what grainy pictures and what zooming I can do on it. Way cool. I think he flew like 900 feet on this, and it flew good. We now finally, it looks like they're taking the quadcopter technology and porting it over to human lifting devices. Really neat to see this. Pretty cool that he got into the Guinness Book of World Records, but more cool to see this tech come out, and he's just a private inventor from what I can tell. I don't know that he was even sponsored by anybody. So yeah, kudos to him. This made huge rounds on social media. This was 2,900,000 views when I snapped this, and I think it's gone up since then. So that'd be interesting to see where this technology goes. Really neat applications, especially even in his video. He did this in Quebec over a lake for safety reasons. That you can just plunk it into the water and all is well. And he actually took off from the water and landed in it, by the way, just so you know. It wasn't from land. So it must be somewhat waterproof. But it got me to thinking, cottage country in this area is tons of and inaccessible islands. How cool would this be to just take your hoverboard over to the island over... Most of them are like a kilometer, not even. It appears that this might actually work. Forget your boat, take your hoverboard. Totally cool. As we move forward with more robotics, there's probably going to be more news like this. I'll go full screen on it for you guys. Ocean Tracking Network warns seagoers of rogue robot. So this is another Canadian story. This was just outside of Halifax Harbor. Basically, I think it's a 50 kg or so torpedo-shaped research vessel has gone missing and lost. And as we go forward, I think more of this may happen. And with the audience here, I can't help but say, like, odds are probably one of you guys is going to be doing some kind of autonomous robotics and really pushing the limits and putting something out there. I did it with the high altitude balloon. My only advice would be redundancy, guys. Whatever tracking system you have another one, and if possible, have a third. Because as we move forward with these autonomous robots, which are totally cool and going to change the world, when we lose contact with them, it's pretty cool that we'd just be able to go pick them up at minimum. Safety is here, guys, and well, both their systems, if they in fact had to, failed. So yeah, they're gone searching for the robot. No harm done yet. Hopefully nobody blasts into it with their speedboat, but I doubt that'll happen in the Atlantic. Most of the boats out there will not even glitch when they hit them. Glitch said, have I seen the amazing DIY products human rideable multicopter? Yes, I am following that video on YouTube and their video series, and yeah, I've seen it. Very cool, and we'll see where that ends up. But the fact that this guy in Quebec has already gone and done it really caught my eye. So yeah, very cool. Mike said all the cool stories come out of Canada. They sure seem to this week. Pretty cool stuff, except for all the space travel stuff, which we're not real good at in Canada here, but someday. And Eric Coppin said, I've seen that when it just started. That's an awesome result. Thanks for the info. Zach said, Mike, we're curious and we don't give up. That's why we stay up here with all the snow. Yeah, I think that's fairly accurate, Zach, for all of us crazy folk in the north. We've got a lot of Canadians here in the chat, several, in fact. So yeah, we're a strange breed for putting up with this lousy weather. But on nights like tonight, it makes it worth it. We went from snow to high 20s Celsius in the matter of under 2 weeks here. So it is actually really warm here right now. I think I'm sitting at about 25 degrees-ish. So yeah, there we go, guys. Let's go. 3D printing stuff, guys. This one was quite the conversation a few weeks ago. I don't even remember how we got on this conversation on the live cast and in the chat, but it was about 3D printing pens. And I find them to be a total joke, personally. But as they come out and get better and more of them out there, I thought I'd share this video. This video is pretty recent, in the last couple of days. I'm not a subscriber to this channel. I had to search for it. But she got one of these Scribbler V2 pens, And it looks pretty much as one would expect. You can extrude filament, not much more. But I got thinking about it. There may be some applications for this for, say, strengthening up a component, or like in our RC planes or in electronics projects. Sometimes maybe you just want to add some webbing into an area or something. This might be a viable option. I'd love to see it. If you guys get any of them or play with them, I'd love to see your projects, and please do share. But yeah, check out this video. It's a long video. It's 6 minutes long, so yeah, lots of coverage on it. Thought that was neat. And catch up real quick. Ashley M. Kirchner said, as for robotics, or rather humanoid ones, I'm sure you've seen the InMove open source 3D printed one. Yep, lots of videos on my channel of the InMove build. I have the arm and the majority of the heads. Glitch is also building one too. So Zach said, don't exclude space exploration. A lot wouldn't have been possible without the Canada. I'm guessing Canada arm is where this going. Yeah. We're pretty well noted for the Canada arm on all shuttles, ISS, and well, basically any manned space flight is a launch vehicle has carried them that I know of. And Glitch said they had a tornado last night. That's so fun. And Ashley said it's hailing. Yeah, it's funny you guys mentioned that. It just, while I was looking up, it went black outside the sky right now. It was gorgeous and not a cloud in the sky earlier, and before that we had a bit of a thunderstorm roll through. So unsettled weather this time of year, guys. It's bound to happen. Let's go. Community support, guys. Remember, the best thing you can do for supporting this channel is remember to click that thumbs up down below on the video. It really helps the channel. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and share this out. Send it out on social. Let some people know we're here. If you find yourself in a position, please consider going down below to the link to my Patreon campaign, where you can support the channel directly and have early access to all my videos and some other perks upcoming. Thanks, guys. And viewer challenge this week, guys. Every week I want to see what you guys are making, so hit me up on any of the socials, all the major platforms, including now Periscope and Meerkat, where you're going to see me do some live broadcasting pretty soon. I've already tried out Periscope. Meerkat is hopefully this week. I'll do a little live broadcast with you guys, but share back on any of these, guys. I'd love to see what you're making. So this week, Joshua shared via the G Plus community, which is linked down below, guys. Charging your batteries at the flying field. He is actually doing a charge a battery with a battery, and this is actually pretty handy sometimes, guys. If you have a spare lead-acid battery that you're using for other things, obviously you can use your car battery, but sometimes it's pretty handy to be mobile and have these backup batteries. These lead acids or gel cells work pretty good for charging a battery in a pinch. Definitely works. Harry, that's with us in the chat, if he's still here, one-way chat part 1. So he's doing a chat client with an LCD screen. Really cool video, guys. This is in the G Plus community. Check it out. Just before the broadcast, I think he has done another one, but I'm not sure whether he shared it with us or not. I am a subscriber, guys. Check out Harry's channel and his Hackaday project. Very cool stuff. Jim Connor, who I think is with us as well. Jim shared a really cool video, lengthy one, it's 13 minutes long, on Arduino soft power control. So he had a problem. He wanted to be able to power down the Arduino very simply, and that's not so easy for us to do without unplugging and plugging them in. So he designed a soft power control circuit. Very cool. And Jim, I don't think I got back to you in the G Plus community, but yes, I think this is indeed a viable product that has a use. Jim went searching online for a pre-made unit, as we all do, as I do, especially on eBay. I go looking for these things, and he said he wasn't able to find such a thing, so that's why he had to design it. That's why he shared it in a video. Very cool. Jim, absolutely. Guys, I'll mention as well, backtrack. I'm still looking for circuit designs to use our OSH Park credit. Guys, as a community here, well, my entry into Hackaday won 2 prizes now, and I would like to use the prizes I got as a community here, and one of them is $50 in Osh Park circuit boards. So Jim suggested maybe this would be a viable option, and I think absolutely so. I'm no good at circuit design, and if you guys, let's put them all in a list and decide as a community what we want to make. We can make some PCBs, and if it's a circuit that people are interested in, such as soft power control, absolutely, I think it's great. So let's do it. Mr. Ziegerman, who I'm not sure whether he's here tonight. Guys, he's a new YouTube channel. Check him out. He's been here in the live cast numerous times. He's a very good friend of mine, one of my closest friend, I would say. He just started making his own YouTube videos. I guess he caught the bug, and this is only his first or second video, I forget. And he did some blunt nose Versa RC flying FPV, and I think his video turned out pretty cool. Guys, check out his channel. Leroy Miller, I'm not sure, Leroy, I don't think I've seen him yet tonight. Leroy Miller shared a bunch of videos, but I picked up on one, What's in the Mail. I like mailbag videos. A lot of us that makers and tinkerers seem to like the mailbag videos. So he got a bunch of new parts in the mail, and check out his video. It's pretty cool stuff. Love seeing new toys come in the mail. It's like Christmas every time, guys. It's totally fun. It's one of my favorite times. All right, let's see. What have we got? Zach said, very weird weather lately here too, near Georgian Bay. Yeah, you'll likely be getting that one that went through here an hour and a half ago. There was a pretty nasty storm cell, and it was heading northeast. Good luck with that. Joseph said, Harry got a part 2. Harry did an awesome job on it. Good stuff, guys. Check out Harry's channel and check out his videos. Eric Kaufman said, anybody recommend a super bright LED with low power requirements? Well, that's where you get into the tricky situation. Super bright with low power. I would say, for me, well, low power is tough to do with bright. I guess it depends on your definition. I have the 3mm flat top LEDs, and they're not... They're pretty low power. The 175s are actually not bad too, but the 3mm ones, the water clear, they're too bright to look at. Maybe give those a look. I can give you, when you eBay search them, you'll see the current requirements for them. They draw a hefty bit. They're actually just under the limit for the Arduino though. You can go to my nav lights video, and I don't know, I probably mentioned the current consumption in them, but it's the Arduino can provide enough, and they're bloody bright. So hopefully that helps, Eric. And Harry said, thanks for mentioning my project on Tech Talk. You're welcome. Well, thanks for sharing it. Guys, this is as most here know, this is a sharing community. This is a community channel. You guys produce the content same as I do. I love sharing it around. I love getting the exposure because we all love watching it. So yeah, no problem, Harry. Ashley says, may have to add you to G+ circles for both the electronics and 3D printing that I do. Currently doing some small designs based on mobile game ingress and getting them printed in metal. Pics on G+. Yeah, Ashley, just go ahead and add me. No problem. I'll track you down. I can add you to the live G+ circle that gets invites for this show if you're interested. And Mike said he's expecting some storms too. Yeah. Jay said I uploaded new phone project videos on YouTube. Cool stuff, Jay. Share those in the G+ community. Let's go, guys. From the community. These are videos that I just find through the week, guys. Really, these are not ones that are shared directly with me. Sometimes they are, but for the most stuff that I stumble across and I'm subscribed to. So here's one. I don't think I've ever shared a Tim Ferriss video here before, but guys, if you're not familiar with Tim Ferriss, he is not usually into maker and tech. He's the author of the 4-Hour Work Week, I can't remember all the rest, 4-Hour Body, 4-Hour Chef, something like that, but 4-Hour Work Week was a really good book, changed my life. He did a cool video because he's doing some new adventure series on something or other and how to make and use lockpicks. And this was pretty cool because they actually did it with paper clips, and yes, it's not fake. And yeah, the guy who is doing it, you can tell is knowledgeable, and heck, he's got a Leatherman in his hand. You gotta trust the guy with a Leatherman. That was a cool video. I think you guys might like it. Not for anything nefarious, but lockpicking is a valuable skill. I've used it twice to get into my house, and I wish I would have used it the third time when I broke the door. Yeah, bad luck with my house. Anyway, Survival Tech Nord, I don't know whether he made it here tonight. Man portable HF comms field station in a Pelican case. I love modular radio systems. If you're into amateur radio at all, HF is shortwave radio. This is the radio you can go around the world with a very small unit. And he did it as a complete little modular system. Really impressive high-tech system, not just old school, just a radio. He's got the computerization to back it up. Really cool little unit. Check it out, guys. I think you'll enjoy it. Along the lines of shortwave and amateur radio, Comms Prepper, another channel. This one I have shared out before numerous times as well. Small solar power project for amateur radio. Pretty cool. Solar power, off-grid power goes great with amateur radio. The two are definitely hand in hand, and he showed his little setup. Really, really cool to see behind the scenes. Really easy to set up these things, guys. A charge controller and a solar panel and some deep cycle batteries, and you're away. But really, really cool stuff. I think you'll enjoy it. Just going to double check the chat real quick here, guys. Gotta take breaks. It's a lot of talking. Eric said thanks. He was looking at them on eBay, but like almost everybody, says very bright or super bright. Thought I'd ask for input on the flat top ones. Yeah, those flat tops are really bloody bright. The ones that I use in the navigation light video, I can't look at them directly. It's enough to see an awful lot of white for an awful long time. But yeah, fairly low power consumption. And Steven's getting some connectors. Tomori Cat said bump key, interesting search. Yeah, that is an interesting search. Mike said, you mean you don't have a digital entry system on your door? I do now, Mike. So the last time was the frowny face time where it cost me a door, and now there's no way for me to get locked out of it anymore. XX Supreme says, hi, good stuff, guys. Let's carry on. So, Open Source Hardware Group, another channel I subscribe to. I picked the wrong monitor. There we go. 6 tips on assembling an Arduino shield or any electronics kit. This one, just good tips, guys. Nothing groundbreaking here, just the basics. For anyone starting out in electronics or starting out in the Arduino or shields for Pi, or they're called hats for the Pi, or just good core basic stuff. And I thought it worth sharing. It's yeah, it's pretty cool. Some solid advice there. This is where we get a little bit more technical, guys. If you're into Arduino or microcontrollers at all, eTech Tom, another channel I subscribe to, Arduino timer interrupts tutorial. So this one is getting into the fancier uses of our microcontrollers, being able to work with interrupts to allow us to monitor and react things in mid-loop in our code. Really valuable skill. I can tell you, I've used interrupts in a few of my programs, but mostly that code was pre-made. Tom's video really lays things out well, and he actually did a 2-part series, so you can check out his other video too if you're looking at using interrupts in your code. Harry actually, as well as someone else, shared this one with me. A little self-serving, but one of my favorite shows, bar none, on YouTube is the Adafruit Ask an Engineer show. So this week they had Sophia Kravitz from Hackaday on the show. I still haven't even watched the whole Ask an Engineer live show yet. I was out of town. Fiance had a surgery. So I haven't caught up with all of it, but thank you to you guys who sent me the link that my project was shown off, and Lamore and Phil actually remembered that I had been on the live show with it. So pretty cool. It was neat to see it covered, as well as all the other awesome projects from Hackaday. If you haven't checked it out, guys, you've got to go to Hackaday.io and check out some of the Hackaday prize entries. Really, really cool stuff. And I'll put in a plug here for Hackaday. Guys, if you've got a project, no matter what stage it's at, you need to enter it into the Hackaday prize. There's no restrictions. It doesn't need to be completed. And right now they're giving away prizes every week just for being part of the contest. I've already been lucky enough to get 2, and they would love to have more entries, guys. I talked to Mike there. He's an awesome guy, and he said spread the word. Put your projects up on Hackaday, guys. You can't fail. You might get some support, product placement, parts for your project, or just some really good feedback, and get it out there for the rest of the world to see. Or if you're like me, sharing all the code and all the design, it's an easy exposure to get it out there for other people to take it and make it better. So yeah, put up your projects on Hackaday, and thank you to you guys who let me know that that I was covered on Ask an Engineer. Very cool. So the Hacksmith, another channel I follow, he did a quadcopter review, and it was from GearBest, the same company that sent me one. I haven't done the second part on. Basically, this video, not to be harsh or anything, is just about everything you shouldn't do with a quadcopter when you first get it. He went pretty high, lost control, went way downrange, crashed into a tree, had to go rip the tree apart to get it. It's a good video. It's an awesome channel. I love the Hacksmith. You got to check it out. It's definitely done with a little bit of humor in mind too. But yeah. Definitely, maybe not the best advice for new flyers. Tom's Radio Room show. Tom, Hamrad88. I don't know whether Tom's with us tonight. He did a really cool video on the Baofeng radio instructions. And if you're not familiar with them, guys, the Baofeng radio is this is the UV5R. I have the UV3R too, and Tom found this website that he shares, which has some good instructions on how to use them. It's not the easiest radio when you're first getting them to understand how to set up, and he also he touches on how to use it as people were asking if you can use it as a scanner, and I'll maybe just expand on his video and give my 2 cents here. Guys, these aren't a scanner, but they do receive the majority of old school fire and EMS frequencies. So I use mine a lot to listen to the local OPP, which is our police here in Ontario. I'm lucky enough that they have a repeater, an analog repeater close by that I can still receive with this instead of the digital. It does work very well for static listening to a single frequency. It's awesome for that, but it is not a scanner, as Tom points out. If you want to listen to multiple frequencies of EMS workers and stuff, this is my go-to still, is a proper scanner. But with that said, for listening to a single frequency of fire, EMS, ambulance, you name it, this works great. Love it. It's hugely capable radio for under like $40. So. Tom did an awesome job on that video. You guys should check it out, and he does extensive coverage, and that's my 2 cents on those radios. Can't fail. David's here. Hey David, good to see you. Eric Kaufman said, Eric, the gas detecting bomb is what made me Google you. It's friggin' awesome. Well, thanks, Eric. Appreciate that. I was pretty proud of that project. I'm still pretty proud of it. It filled a niche that I've felt that needed to be filled for a long time, and it was actually this live show that spawned me into actually building it. I announced it on the Monday night. It was a sneak peek that I was planning on making it, and I got so excited from the feedback. I had it protoed and working by the Wednesday night, full code, everything. I was so excited about it. I worked through the night, like basically both nights. So yeah, it was pretty cool. And let's see. Zach said the Hacksmith is awesome. Yeah, he is. He's a Canuck too. Oh yeah, Jay said he shot fireworks from the quadcopter. As I said, basically that video was everything you should never do with a quadcopter. It's just is bad ideas, but makes for good video. And Zach said that's probably what he would do with a free quad. Yeah, I've been babying mine. I'm so careful because I know I need to take some video with it to do the flight portion. I don't want to scratch it or harm it. And after that, well, I guess we'll just see what we do with it. But yeah, that's true. I guess you could do whatever you want with a free one. Once you get the review done, that is, because you're kind of obligated. Sort of. W2AEW. I don't know whether I've shared this channel before. Probably have, but this video, video number 202, basics of using an FFT on a Tektronix oscilloscope. So guys, an FFT is a fast Fourier transform. It allows you to see the components within a signal. What else is going on within a signal? And believe me, there's a lot going on. I'm preaching to the choir here, lots of you guys probably know. But this video was one of the best. He did a really good job of explaining it, because an FFT is difficult by nature to explain. I wouldn't be any good at it. You can Google it if you want to know the algorithms. They're pages long on how it works. But I use FFT a lot in my daytime career. Not so much on a scope. I do it in a MATLAB script reviewing historical data from really high-speed data from machinery. And I use the FFT to spot other things within all kinds of signals, including just grid power and stuff like that. But this video was really well done. One of the best I have seen on explaining FFT to people and how to use it and what they might want to use it for. So check it out, guys. If you have a scope at all, or you just want to know about these things, check it out. Andre Russo. I don't think I've ever shared this channel before. I'm not sure whether Andre made it tonight. Andre is relatively local to me, another Canadian. I don't even remember how I found his channel. I've been a subscriber for a while, but he does RC videos, and this week he did some coverage on some repairs to a plane, some Tyrannus radio stuff switch over. A really cool channel, really well done videos. I think you guys will like it. Fellow Canuck, I'm pretty happy with being a subscriber of his. Educates.com, another channel I have shared numerous times in the past, but if you're not already subscribed, you definitely want to check it out. This week he put out an Arduino tutorial on the OLED, the organic LED displays, on how to get bitmap graphics using the Arduino, get them to display on the LCD. This is kind of the next step up from, like, the videos I shared were just strictly text, strictly pre-made libraries. When you move into doing your custom bitmaps, it's kind of daunting at first. There's a few good tutorials out there. I think he did a really good job on this one. Crammed it in. It's only 4 minutes and a few seconds long, which is get to the point, let's go. Did a really good job on it, basically how you can use free web converters or image software to convert the bitmaps over to be able to work and display. Pretty cool stuff, so check it out, guys. I think you'll enjoy that. Okay, let's see where we're at. What have we got in the chat here, guys? Mike said if you have a laugh, search stupid people on YouTube. Can't say as I've ever searched that term before, but might have to check that out. Frugal Sim. So a lot of guys a lot of people that are subscribed to my channel, I started with flight simulator stuff, and the really crappy videos that I used to make. Not saying they're any better now, but the old ones are really horrible in my opinion. If you're into flight sim and you're following me and viewing this now, check out Frugal Sim channel. It's an awesome channel for everything flight sim, and he does a news video. I think it's pretty much every week. I haven't really timed it, but I've watched several of them where he goes over a lot of the new releases of scenery and aircraft for flight simulators. Really awesome. If you're a flight sim enthusiast, I really think you'll like his channel. He has a very large channel, so you might already be subscribed to. Check it out, guys. That's it. We're finally there, guys. What have we got? Thurk says, I got an awesome book on learning C++ called Jumping into C++. If any of you are learning C++. Yeah, I'm always learning C++. It's an ongoing learning adventure. I'll be honest, I do not learn from books. Well, I do, but for coding, I had a couple of them at the office on C and C++, C++, and I just couldn't sit and read them. So I do a lot of web surfing and watching videos to learn the methods around it. Barnacle actually did some cool. He did codegasm theory for codegasm videos for a bit there. It was pretty cool on coding. Really long, really in-depth videos. But yeah, just let us know how you make out with that, Thurk. All right, guys, let's go. Before we go, I'll just catch Mike's question. Mike says, which is better in your opinion, FSX or X-Plane 10? I have no idea, Mike. I don't have X-Plane, but I would say in my situation, it's by far FSX, just because of the being able to work with all the softwares without a problem with it. But it's, as everyone knows, it's ancient technology that the coding was designed for PC systems the way they did not evolve in real life. So yeah, I don't know. You let me know how if you end up with X-Plane 10, how it goes. I do know some people with X-Plane, and they say it's good other than the trouble with interfacing stuff, which would cripple me with my monster system. And Mr. Ziegerman is here. Hey, buddy. So, this week from the shop, FPV flying video went out. This is my first FPV actually from the aircraft video sort of montage. It was really well received. Thank you for all the kind words. It seemed to get some views. People seemed happy. So, I'm kind of glad because I have a pile more flight and FPV videos coming this summer. Hope you guys like them. I hope you guys like this one. It took a long time to edit this. It was a bit of a learning curve, but I think it turned out all right. Upcoming sneak peek, guys. So much of the same. This one. This is the second FPV RC montage. It's still in the final throes of editing. I'm agonizing over it, and in my opinion, it's significantly better than the first. I'm quite proud of it already, and it's not final completion yet. That will go live this Friday. I hope you guys enjoy it. There's ground footage, time-lapse footage, a whole pile of stuff all in one short video, so I hope you guys like it. Mr. Ziegerman's actually in that video too, at length. Coming up, more on the quadcopter from GearBest. This H12C, I've been messing around with it. I'll have some flight video of this soon and a flight review. So far, it's everything as per the original video. I have nothing bad to say yet. It actually flies perfect. So we'll get it out, get it into an open area instead of just hovering off my workbench and in my basement. We'll get some shots of it, guys. And some feedback on the X-Plane. Looks like Thurk would know too. X-Plane has a better aerodynamics model, better for general aviation. Very cool. And Glitch said another FPV video. Awesome. Yeah, this one, I think you're going to like it, Glitch. It's significantly more involved than the first one. Tech tip of the week, guys. So, guys, I went looking for a glue gun to take with me for both my RC use and my general repair use. My toolbox I take with me when I'm going out to repair a friend's hot tub or whatever. It's really, really handy to have a glue gun, believe it or not. You use it a lot. So I saw these online, and you can buy these, these 12-volt units that you can run off a lithium polymer battery. They're like $10.50 a piece in this case from AliExpress, which I think is very reasonable. But I didn't want to wait and didn't want to pay the shipping, and I had numerous glue guns here, so I'd like to share the fact I wanted to convert one over to use on a LiPo. I can tell you by the resistance measurements I got off the heating element, yeah, that's not going to work. Not without a different heating element or butchering one. But at my local dollar store, you can buy these glue guns for a couple of bucks. A little tiny smaller version, a little bit smaller version than this one, but same idea, just a cheap glue gun. You can buy these almost anywhere now. This is a 75 watt inverter, and you can buy these at surplus and whatever, and chances are you probably already have one. This little combo saved my butt this week out at the flying field. As you'll see, weird. We're gonna continue. Somebody's smashing at my door, actually. Yeah. We'll ignore it. That was weird. This saved my bacon. So as you'll see in the upcoming video, that I ended up crashing the EPP FPV. It was more or less a really hard landing than a crash, but it ended up tearing my FPV gear off the front of it, the pan and tilt rig, and this, boom, I was back in business and I was able to continue on with the Maiden that night. It worked extremely well. Actually, hold on, guys, just one. Sorry about that, guys. There was somebody at the door. So this really saved my bacon. Worked really well. For those, you can buy a standalone glue gun. It works fine. But if you already have one and just want to take it with you, small little tiny inverter, and it works great. Worked good for me, guys. And yeah, I'm curious on the chat. Sorry about that. Somebody was here. Scared the heck out of me in a way. They came right in the house. So it was a friend though. It's okay. So Mike said, I keep losing my glue guns. I have 3 or 4. Glitch said, if the heating element is the right resistance. Anyway, yeah. So if you run the numbers, the 110 volt units are nowhere near what you can run off a LiPo. You can run the numbers same as what I did. I didn't write them down, but basically this thing isn't even going to get warm off of 12 volts. The resistance is just way too high. To get the current flow to what you need for enough wattage, you'd have to basically somehow cut that resistor in much smaller pieces. And Thurk, I'm not sure. I'm jumping in on the conversations late, so I won't figure that out. Ashley says it's an NSA knocking. Yeah, I don't think I've done anything to put myself on any watch list lately, but one of these days, you never know. FCC came to say hi. Oh, good stuff. Nick said, yeah, the customs coming for all the packages he gets from China. I'm pretty sure that alone must have me on some kind of watch list. The sheer volume of small packages. And they're all electronics parts, and they're all components, and it's oddball components, and the customs declarations are horrible. I almost wonder what they think what am I building? And plus I built an entire Learjet, which definitely puts me on a bloody watch list because I'm buying aviation parts. I don't even want to think about it. David said they came in the house. Are the stories true about Canadians not locking their doors? Well, in this case, David, the front door is wide open. So, yeah, right here. And I don't think... Normally, I wouldn't be this distracted. I would be able to defend myself. But, yeah, my door is locked sometimes. Harry asks, which is the fastest glue gun to heat up? I'm spoiled by my soldering station heating up in 15 seconds. Actually, Harry, I have a larger glue gun. It's about twice this size. I got it at Canadian Tire, so I don't know the model. it heats up in, I'd say, a little over a minute, and which is really, really impressive that the glue becomes semi-usable. But yeah, I'm not, when I'm using my glue guns, I'm not generally in a rush. This one on the inverter was hot. It was under 3 to 4 minutes. By the time I basically laid all the components back out, put them all back together after the crash, and figured out whether I needed to screw anything back together, the gun was hot. So yeah, it was kind of surprising. Mike said, order some stuff from United Nuclear. Mike, so I had to order a piece of pottery of the, what the heck is this stuff called? Now the name evades me. The radioactive pottery, to check that my SOEX dosimeter radiation meter was actually working. So I ordered this broken Fiesta ware. That's the name of the pottery. Well, it actually came with radioactive logos on the outside of the package. Yeah, that one was a little funny to explain because it's in a bloody envelope and the radiation's not going to make it through paper. It's so weak. But yeah, I'm pretty sure between that and all the other stuff, gotta be on some watch lists. Not good. Not good at all. Let's see. Fiesta ware, Scotty. Yeah, Scotty got me. Good stuff, guys. All right, let's carry on. Enough about the watch lists. Let's not provoke the authorities. Some viewer comments this week, guys. As I mentioned, YouTube was a real pain this week. It didn't work out very well. So I only have the stuff from super recently. Apologize, but Ringway Manchester, he actually sent me a comment other than on my plane that was flying in the FPV video. Other than the let's see if we go full field. There we go. Other than the FPV equipment, was this plane ready to fly from the box? And I thought I'd answer this here because I got this question once by private message too. I can't see it. The private message is gone. Something about the plane anyway. Guys, this is a Freeman 1600, which is basically a clone of an AXN or somewhere between an AXN and Bixler. And yes, it was all ready to fly, but it came with a actual NiCad battery and a really lousy transmitter and receiver. So I swapped those out and everything else is the way it sits other than the FPV gear just stuck to it. And it is an awesome plane. I love it. I just love flying it. It's just awesome. I can't say enough about it. And just need a drink too. I've got the imps going off. Jay, thank you, Jay. I had a glue gun. My ex dog got to it. Now my ex-wife got to him too. Okay. Thurk said you can't hack a plane. Isn't impossible. They're just trying to get attention. Yeah, we discussed that one at length last week. We'll see how that pans out. And let's go. So, this one. So from Metalhead. Brilliant video, love the music too, and he wanted to say thank you anyway. Wanted to say thank you anyways, as your videos about receiving ham radio broadcasts from the ISS spurred me to get in contact with my local ham radio club. And he went to my first class in order to pass my foundation license and operate on the airwaves here in UK. And although this isn't a question, guys, I liked sharing this because these comments really get to me. I get enough of these, but they really stand out when I get these thank yous and the fact that it got somebody into a new hobby or learning something new. I simply love that feedback. It's what we as makers really do, sharing knowledge, and it makes us happy when we find out that we succeeded. So cheers to Metalhead. Congrats on going for your amateur radio license, and I hope it works out the best for you. I really do. It's pretty awesome. And this one is much similar, guys. This one is from Survival Tech Nord. This was shared privately with me, and well, now it's public. I just wanted to say thanks for supporting the channel as much and as often as you do. I don't always remember to say it, but it's appreciated. Guys, I would like to echo the same sentiment to all of you. I don't get a chance to directly thank you all for your direct support and helping the channel and sharing things and sharing your content with me. And I would echo the same thing that Survival Tech Nord said. Thank you guys. It's what makes this an awesome community. It really makes this a lot of fun for everyone involved, particularly me. So yeah, that one I thought was worthy of sharing. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Yeah, see, keep coming, guys. Sorry, I was already distracted by the chats. Guys, remember you do have mod privileges, so yeah, there you go. Thurk said the entertainment system and the flight controls are not connected. Yeah, that sounds like that's much of the same discussion we had last week. And I think we're in good shape, guys. Yeah, guys, just remember there are, you know who you are that do have mod privileges. You should be able to use them. We'll see. Let's, yeah, I'll let you guys sort it out. See whether they work. Guys, I think we are just about out of time. We have 3 minutes left to go. I'll do some closing thoughts here, and we're going to call it a night. Closing thoughts. So, this is a really old video, guys, but to our friends down under that view this, they are probably well aware of Clark and Daw from their YouTube channel or their coverage on is it NBC or ABC? I can't remember what network carries them. In the description or in the links in the show notes, you'll find this. I think this video aired in like 1991, and it still makes me laugh. I ran across it this week. As makers and nerds and hobbyists, nerds in the best of sense, I'm a proud nerd. We often have a satirical sense of humor, I find, and get a kick out of witty humor. So you guys check this out. I think you'll laugh. Check out the channel if you're into political humor. It's good for a laugh especially if you're into making a project and it's not going so well. Check this out. This one, if you remember that far back, it's from the front of a super tanker, fell off a boat, literally off of a large fuel carrying vessel, oil carrying, and this little skit is about that. So guys, check it out. Just a laugh, keep things lighthearted. Nothing as heartfelt as usual here, just a little humor for you guys. Guys, that is it for this week. I think we are in good shape. And yeah, Glitch, you do have them actually. They're all active, so either it's YouTube is messed up or I granted them all right before the broadcast. So and I think we're going to call it a day, guys. Good luck in all your projects. Please make sure that you go to the G Plus community or hit me up on social. Share what you're making. Share your videos. We love to see it here. Love to get them out on the show. Give us new ideas. I do have other maker vids coming up soon of my own that I didn't show you in the sneak peek because I just ordered some parts from China last night. If you want to figure out what they are, what I ordered was a bimetal strip for 5 degrees Celsius. I ordered a couple of them and a few other components, but a bimetal strip switch at 5C. When I get that, you're going to see at least 1 to 2 more videos coming up on a project, and I hope we can actually, well, I'll stop there. Guys, good luck in all your electronics ventures. Have a great week. Make something cool. Share it with the world. Share it with us. All the best, guys. Cheers.